Look, the Prime Minister during the election campaign ran around the country saying he'd had this plan in place. It's called Made in Australia. So it was largely based around the whole net zero and you know, green energy and green hydrogen and all that stuff. But what about this? There's an oil platform off the Northern Territory, off the coast of Darwin, called the Northern Endeavour. It's been shut down for years. It needs to be dismantled and torn apart and, I presume, used for waste. Are we going to do it in Australia? No. 2 Australian companies, Campbell, bid for this job, but we've ended up giving the contract to some shipyard in Denmark. I mean, if we're going to be serious about what happened to, you know, future made in Australia, wouldn't this be a good example of what to do?
Well, it would be a good opportunity to try and foster, you know, a rebuilding, if you like, of that sort of capability in Australia. But and really, you know, you'd have hoped the government, if it was serious, would have at least leaned on the side of trying to award the gig to an Australian company. And that's why the unions and the businesses concerned are up in arms. But the flip side of it is this country is damn expensive. It is also full of green and red tape. And it's no surprise to me, sadly, that a job like this goes the other side of the world to Denmark. So they're going to tow this thing by tugs all the way across the world, through the Suez Canal to Denmark to be dismantled, because the Australian enterprises can't compete, you've got to imagine. And that just speaks volumes about what productivity reform really needs, what really means in this country and what we do need. And, you know, all we've seen the last 3 years are measures that have, you know, made us less competitive and less productive. And this is where the rubber hits the road. If you want manufacturing, and this is a form of manufacturing, ripping apart this vessel, then you need to actually be internationally competitive. So it really is a very, you know, important lesson for us all about what's really going on. I mean, we're offshoring the manufacture of you know, toilet tissue these days. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
It's a great point, and they should have used that oil platform as a really good example of what we could do by bringing stuff back to be made here, or taken apart here even. Campbell, great to see you, mate. Have a good weekend. I'll talk to you next week.